This is the most important part of the gear that everyone is forgetting about at the moment, especially everyone that I run into while doing void intercept battles. It will make your character just so much tankier when you go to actually do these game modes. I'm of course talking about our external components. Now, just before we go ahead, if we do like the video or learn anything from it, please hit the subscribe button, the like button. It'll help out a lot, and we'll put in a lot more content, but enjoy. The reason these external components are so important is their elemental resistances. I see a lot of people, especially when they're farming, they want stuff like this, right? Kuiper and module drop rate. I see people running that all the time in any slot they can, right? Trying to get better. But elemental resistances are really why you need those, right? So, if we have a look at my Descendant modules, right? She has HP, she has defense, and she has cold antibodies on right now. If you look down the left hand side, you can see I have 4,614 resistance, right? For me to challenge the Frostwalker, they recommend 8,200 chill resistance. Just having that mod is not going to be enough. That mod is actually maxed. As we can see, it's completely maxed out, 4,614. That's not even close to good enough. Now, where you get your other resistance here is going to be your support sensor, right? Your sensors are what going to give you chill resistance. Now, how do you get them? If you come to your world map, now, obviously, hard selected, hit F, it opens up this. Now, I'm going to make a video about reactors and stuff like that too. This is what most of this is, as you can see, are reactors. That's just something you can farm. If you come all the way to the last one, you can just change this. This is where you farm auxiliary power. This is where you farm sensors, memories, processors. Now, they change. These change weekly. Now, I farmed a lot of auxiliaries, processors and sensors. To be honest, I kind of scrapped them and then realized today that shit, they re-rolled. We have auxiliaries and memories available for the next 6 days and 12 hours. So if we are to jump over to Grand Square in Kingston, any of these missions are going to be able to drop any of the external components that you know are farming for. So this place obviously drops a specific one that I have selected, and that would be auxiliary power. Now, the way that's going to work is if we come down to Grand Square, it's just about finding the best one that you want to do. Obviously, this will rotate every week, so it's not one guide's not going to cover you the entire time. Right, so we are here in Kingston, okay? We'll open up our map. Let's see. They look like they're farming something here. So we've just joined this guy's mission, right? With this mission, right, they all run at this. You just have to defend it. I would actually say it's probably a good one to run, right? Obviously, I don't play on PC. I don't really know the controls too well. Farm on hard mode, it's pretty easy, you know. It's not too big of a deal. Enemies are weak enough. Now, you see a special enemy like this, right? See that? He dropped the gold. Now, we'll finish these guys off. There's another gold. Right, we have 2 golds. We picked those up. What do you think they're going to be? Auxiliary power. Another auxiliary power, right? Now that we're back at Albion, let's have a look and see what we got. We got 2 external components that we highlighted. No, we got 3 actually. Now let's have a look. We got max HP, a couple of stats, max HP, max HP. That was almost perfect. If you have a look at this, all you would want different is fire resistance. Big difference, but it's not going to cut it. Now, 820 HP, that would have been good. So these obviously aren't going to be good enough. And the reason why is they have no fire resistance. Because if I want to fight hard fire resistance boss, I need an extra, what was it, like 4,000 fire resistance almost? Yeah, and that's where these come in. That's where you get that extra 4,000. Because if we, for example, put on fire, let's have a look. Let's sort by enhanced. Let's put on our heat antibodies. So now we're 4,614 heat, right? We'll save that. We have our fire resistance auxiliary power on. Right here. As you can see, I now have 8,000 fire resistance. I don't just have that 4,600. I now have 8,000 total. I have 3,000 of every element, so I'm always resistant to every element because of my auxiliaries. but the mod that I put on, which element you're going for and which boss you're fighting. So change it between boss fights. You know, pick your boss and character. I obviously have Freyna as a boss and character with her ultimate. Her ultimate is pretty strong LMG. I build it on crit chance, so you know she's built for ultimate damage, and I have all the elemental resistances I need. I have good guns. Now, going over the statuses, right? There is a couple of different things you need to keep in mind, okay? Your main stat, which could be like, you know, HP, defense, shields, things like that. You want HP and defense. Shields suck. Just the way it is. You want HP or defense depending on who you're building and what way you're building it. I tend to go for trying to hit around 40 to 50k defense and maybe 7 to 10k HP. As long as I'm in and around that sort of area, I'm happy. On auxiliaries, there's the main stats you want to get. There'll be on the screen, you'll see this document, but I just got it from Discord. I don't know who's the original maker or what, but from auxiliaries you're able to get fire resistance, module drop rate, and a Kuiper drop rate, and you're also able to get max HP, HP recovery, and down but not out. So for the auxiliary, we have fire resistance and max HP. Obviously, they're the two best stats you can get for sub rolls. They're not both gold. My max HP wasn't gold, and that's why that was almost really good. If I had got the gold max HP and a gold fire resistance, that would have been perfect, but we didn't. Now, for sensors, you can get chill resistance, consumable drop rate, character gain. You can get max HP, HP recovery, shield recovery out of combat, and MP recovery out of combat. I have chill resistance and I have character gain EXP, right? The ideal drop for that would be chill resistance, max HP recovery modifier. For memory, you get electric resistance, gold drop rate, firearm proficiency, max defense, search radius, and shield recovery in combat. You want electric resistance and max defense. Two best rolls. And then for processor, you have toxic resistance, drop rate for equipment, item acquisition pickup, and max shield, ISIV display time, and shield recovery modifier. Now, the processor is a bit of a shitty one, not gonna lie. Realistically, I would recommend toxin resistance and shield recovery modifier, because you're not going to get a lot of max shields. You may as well recover them a little quicker. Or if you really don't care, just get yourself an item drop rate, equipment drop rate modifier on there. As you can see mine here, I have toxin resistance and a shitty equipment drop rate modifier on there. I didn't bother getting a better processor because the rolls aren't great. You know, I'm not worried about actually getting them. I don't have any better ones here from the hard bosses. Another way to farm them, they all have sets. The top of this, you can see all the different sets and what they provide. Every boss has a set. Supernova. So this is the very first boss you'll fight on hard. Drops you supernova parts. You can get every external component to be supernova, and you get a set bonus. If you want to go for them, go for them. And that's why you really do need to get your external components up to fucking date, because those resistances are very important. They're going to help you out a lot. And look, if you didn't know that you could farm, if you didn't know what rolls you needed, and you did learn something from this video, please subscribe. If you made it all the way through, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But for now, that's us. We'll be back with another video soon. A couple ideas in the works, but for now, I gotta love you and leave you. Goodbye.